Terence Crawford has just fired back at Canelo Alvarez after the request for a rematch, and the boxing community is split. Crawford made it crystal clear. He believes Canelo has absolutely no chance in a second fight, and that
I feel great to share the ring with great fighters like him. And if we do it again, it's gonna be great. But you know what? I'm glad to share the ring with great fighters, and I'm glad to be here. I already did a lot in boxing. I already accomplished a lot in boxing. My legacy is already there, and I am still taking risks because I love boxing. You know, Crawford is a great fighter, a skilled fighter, and I get the credit to Crawford, obviously. And I feel great. I still feel the same.
Where does Canelo go from here, Henry?
He needs to rematch. If I'm Canelo, I want to rematch Terence Crawford. He got schooled, bro. He got outboxed by Terence Crawford. And I know that he's itching to get that one back. The first time he fought Triple G, he came back the second time, and he legit beat Triple G.
Once in a lifetime fight. It doesn't need to be a rematch. I think Bud would do worse the next fight. He would put it on Canelo a little worse than that, because that style of fight, I don't think he beats someone like Terence Crawford. But if I'm Terence Crawford, of course I'll fight him again. But this time, I'm the A side. I think Terence Crawford is going to be more confident next time, knowing that I can punch with this guy. I can take his shot. I'm faster.
He fought Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
He didn't do what the last dude did, just run. He threw at him. I'm going to call your bluff, bro. I'm going to fight you.
How hard did he hit? How hard did he hit?
He didn't hit as hard as I thought he was. You know, he's definitely technical, but, you know, I've been hit harder.
All right, let's talk about does Saul Canelo Alvarez deserve a rematch with Terrence Bud Crawford? Bo Max said, listen, I told you that man didn't want no smoke. He didn't want no smoke before the fight. He didn't want no smoke the night of the fight. He don't want no smoke in the future. That man don't want no table bud in his lungs. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Given the fact that Saul Canelo Alvarez is a world champion, everything that he has done for the sport of boxing, a Hall of Famer, even though he got his ass whooped and got his ass handed to him, does he deserve a rematch with Terence Bud Crawford? If the rematch happened, how do you see it going? Y'all know what my pick is going to be, because I can no longer afford to go against Terence Bud Crawford. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section.
and that he would dominate him once again. The first fight shocked the world. Many thought Canelo's size, power, and experience would overwhelm Crawford, but instead it was the exact opposite.
Mama, Grandma, we made it. We made it. You know, it's been a journey, you know? It's been a journey. I remember, like it was yesterday, I wanted to quit boxing. You know, it was getting to the point where I didn't enjoy it no more. I didn't love it no more. And Bomac, you know, he always, hey, don't worry about it, man. Just keep going. It's gonna all pay off one day. And I'm like, man, fuck boxing. you know, but them having the faith in me and keeping me on a narrow arrow, you know, is what y'all see today. You know, because without them, I wouldn't be up here right now. Bernard Davis. I can't thank him enough. Rosendo Robles. I can't thank him enough. Because without those two, it's crazy. You know? When you sit down, when I'm sitting here talking among y'all, y'all have no idea. Because the competitive nature of myself and want to be the best at everything led me back to boxing. The baddest little kid in the gym. I get kicked out of the gym. I say forget boxing. I go play other sports. Yeah, I'm good at it. Bernard and Bud, you gotta come back to the gym. Man, I ain't boxing no more, man. Y'all can have that. You know what I mean? So, you know what got me back into boxing? That kid that y'all see performing at my fight got me back in boxing. Just the thought of people saying that he can beat me, and I haven't been boxing for years, led me back to boxing. And him pushing me and me pushing him, and we competing to be the best fighter in the gym.
Crawford controlled the pace, landed clean combinations, and made a legend of the sport look like he was 2 steps behind all night long.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now,
so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh shit, okay, I'm just asking.
That,
Floyd was
that,
pound
that,
for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now. You gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool?
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody ever...
They can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Sean Porter, right?
Nope.
No friends in this business for you.
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but when Floyd was boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore, so that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer there.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis.
Beat your
Okay, that's...
So just for everybody here, what do you take from this night? A defeat, but what do you extract from tonight?
Fue una gran noche para el boxeo. Me siento muy orgulloso de lo que se logró hoy. Como mexicano me siento muy orgulloso de lo que he logrado, de hasta donde he llegado para representar a mi país. Me siento muy orgulloso. Fue una gran noche para el boxeo.
A great night for boxing, a great night for the sport, for everyone. And as a Mexican, everything that I have accomplished for my people, for the country, very proud, and a great night for boxing.
Straight back, Canelo. Straight back. Right here. Can you describe what it was like for you fighting Bud, what he was doing that was giving you the kind of problems that you couldn't really do enough to get what would have been, I guess, a close decision?
Y para todos, ¿cómo fue enfrentar a Bud Crawford, los problemas que te dio y cómo no pudiste seguir con tus planes?
We already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or his speed or power, or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything.
Terence Crawford is the best fighter on the planet. Pound for pound, he's that dude. In this 4-belt era, he is now the undisputed world champion 3 times over. 140 pounds, 147, now 168 pounds, claiming all the belts. You don't see people doing that very often. Going up against a guy who was perceived as being bigger and stronger, Crawford was strong. Crawford was strong enough to fend him off, strong enough to make him respect his own power. He used his jab, he used his distance. He had poise in the ring, he wasn't rattled. He backed up and moved when necessary and kept us different. He exchanged enough to gain respect when necessary. It was a brilliant, masterful fight on Terence Crawford's part.
It wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Crawford showed that he is a once-in-a-generation talent. Now Canelo wants to run it back, but Crawford and many fans believe it's a waste of time.
Can you describe what it was like for you fighting Bud, what he was doing that was giving you the kind of problems that you couldn't really do enough to get what would have been, I guess, a close decision?
We knew Crawford is a great fighter. I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, trained really hard. He deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Yeah. Canelo, I may be the only one. I thought you won the fight. I scored it for you.
You know, we need to accept it. We need to accept it. No matter what, in the scorecard, we lost it.
Well, you're the best. You're the number one fighter in the world, and
Thank
I
you.
think keep shining. You're the champion.
Thank
You want
you.
the rematch,
Thank you.
Canelo?
Gracias.
Tus 3 derrotas no son ante 2 de los 15 mejores boxeadores de la historia, así que habla de ti.
Sometimes you try and your body cannot go. That's my frustration. Maybe I can figure out Crawford, but my body cannot go anymore. So I try it, but my body does not let me go.
Why? Because Crawford didn't just edge out a decision. He outclassed Canelo from start to finish. To many, a rematch would only end the same way.
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
And contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Like, it's been so long that Canelo's not fought for a world title. It's even weird for me to even think about Canelo fighting and it not being for a world title. Strange, right? I can't remember the last time. Rocky Fielding, maybe? Julio Cesar Chavez before that, maybe? Junior, obviously. Yeah, so look, what's out there for him? Hamza Shiraz? I mean, is that a fight he's going to entertain? I mean, again, and I mean no disrespect to Hamza, because you guys know I'm a big Hamza fan. Hamza's like my brother. But sometimes you've got to also be very realistic. If you're Canelo, how attractive is Hamza right now? How attractive is fighting this young killer right now at your at this stage of your career? Again, 35 years of age. There has to be wear and tear on someone that's been doing the sport for 20 years. Hamza? No. Eubank Jr.? No. Who else is there? I mean, he's kind of done all the fringe guys at 168 already. He's done Belanga, he's done Caleb Plant, he's done Mingy, he's done all those guys. He's not going to fight Mbili. There's just, for people, everyone that tries to sell the Mbili thing, stop selling it. No one's buying it.
I'm just saying, like, say if Canelo was the champion at 147 to go up 168.
Right. One jump.
Yeah.
It's a big jump, too. 21 pounds. It's a lot of weight.
I spar big guys, though.
Do you?
Yeah, I spar big guys. You know, it's different in the fight, but I believe in my skills and my ability, and I believe in my team.
That would probably be the biggest fight in boxing.
Definitely.
That fight would be gigantic.
It would.
That would be a big one. I have to go to that one. Which I think is really interesting. The Crawford-Canelo fight.
Beyond interesting. Fascinating.
Because how does Crawford compete with that size? Crawford is leapfrogging. He goes to super middleweight.
47 to 54 and now to 68.
And the Madrigal fight in 54 is a difficult fight.
Yeah. So who do you like in Canelo versus Crawford?
Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan because
with Crawford's hand raised and his legacy climbing even higher. This is why people are starting to talk about Terence Crawford not just as one of the best today, but as one of the greatest of all time. Some even argue he belongs in the same conversation as Floyd Mayweather.
What's up, people? It's the morning after the big fight. Crawford Canelo. Shout outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm gonna let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First, he worked behind the jab, people. Boxing 101. Set your shots up behind the jab. Canelo froze up. He was able to minimize the pressure. Step 2, use the ring. Use the ring. Get to the outside. Make Canelo pivot. Make him pivot. Don't let his feet settle. Okay? Pick your spots. This was a notorious hit and don't get hit. That's boxing 101, people. It's actually the definition of boxing. For those who don't know the definition of boxing, it's to hit and not get hit. It's almost like a game of tag, to simplify it for you folks, all right? And yes, Crawford was tagging him, not just with the jab, moving, but he was able to do another key factor, which is get respect in the ring. He was able to hold his ground in pockets, work the body, go toe-to-toe, and catch him with that speed. Bah! With that speed, the straight left, the little uppercuts and the hooks to the body. Like I said, people, it was a clinic.
If I take Floyd Mayweather in his absolute prime, and I take Manny Pacquiao in his absolute prime,
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd still beats him.
Floyd beat everybody.
You don't believe there's a guy at 140, 147 in the history of boxing that could have beat Floyd in his prime?
I don't know, but it'd be tough. Floyd, man, that boy, man, that's the GOAT, man. That boy bad.
What makes Floyd the best, so unique, something that we have not seen before?
His defense and his instincts. I think Floyd had the best defense in boxing history.
Most people don't know shit about boxing, but Terence Bud Crawford does. Great fight, shutout. Just what I assumed will happen. This boxing smart would beat Canelo's tactics. Like from round 2, I saw Canelo being on the back foot, and eventually Crawford was just dancing around him, doing his thing. So yeah, again, I like Crawford. I just think the way he fights is clean. Like he makes very little mistakes, and he knows the sweet science of boxing. So he showed why he's the best right now. One of the best in history.
The debate is heating up. Is Crawford actually better than Mayweather ever was? Fans say Crawford's ability to adapt, his switch hitting style, and his ruthless finishing instinct put him in a league of his own. Canelo still has his supporters. They say he could adjust, come back stronger, and use his power to test Crawford in a different way.
It's wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time.
Oh, yes.
That makes a difference to people.
That's incredible. You look down the resume, and this guy has stepped up and fought everyone and anyone. I don't want to hear any David Benavidez talk. That's the only one where I can say, he kind of ducked Benavidez. But aside from that, he's taken on all comers. I don't know what else there is left to achieve. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day, right? Like achievements, targets. I don't know what is left to achieve. Like when you set out as a boxer, I guess, if you're good, then I guess you're hoping to become a world champion. If you're good, and you're hoping if I become a world champion, I make some good money. I mean, I read out how many times he's been a world champion, and I read out how much money I think he's made. So he's ticked all the boxes. Like every single box has been ticked. But there will be this itch that he has. And I've been around Canelo a few times. And that boy is intense sometimes. Sometimes he's chill, but sometimes he's intense. And he isn't going to want to go out like that. Yes, he didn't get splattered on the canvas, but he got comprehensively beaten. And I feel like there will still be a few more Canelo fights to right that wrong. Now, I don't know if he tries to right the wrong against Crawford. I don't know if there was a rematch clause in that fight. I guess there probably would have been. I mean, if you are undisputed at 168 pounds, I think you'd be stupid not to put a rematch clause in there. So look, he might go back to the drawing board, go back to his camp and say, can we beat Crawford? Like have an honest conversation with Eddie Reynoso and the other trainers in that camp and say, can we beat him? And if we can, where did we go wrong? Can we fix it in time to get in the ring with him again in 7 or 8 months? And if Eddie says no, then there has to be a real conversation of, okay, what's the point then?
But most boxing analysts believe the skill gap is just too wide. Crawford is too sharp, too fast, too calculated. He makes the fight his fight, no matter who stands across from him, and if he beats Canelo again, the conversation will shift forever. Crawford won't just be seen as pound for pound #1. He'll be cemented in history as one of the greatest boxers to ever step foot in the ring. The question now is simple. Does Canelo have anything left to prove in a rematch, or will Terence Crawford destroy him again and shut down the debate once and for all?